Lynn is going to a little picnic party tomorrow with her cousins. And it's like all the girl cousins are all getting together. They do that every now and so often and all. So I thought, why not make them some of my dip? So today we're making 2 dips. If you count me, there's 3 dips. So we're making 2 dips. So I got for chicken wing dip, it's about 1.5 pounds, between 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. I'm kind of making a double batch. I usually make a smaller batch, but they're going to be people. Get down, huh? Put a head bottom. Never doing this. You know, love that movie. If anybody ain't never seen Room Night at the Roxbury, you got to see it. It's freaking awesome. So, okay, chicken breast. Now, it's chicken wing sauce. I'm not using chicken wing meat, but I mean thighs, legs. Use what you want. I like to use breasts. My breasts are, you know, I like to use my breasts and well, not these, but you know, these breasts, chicken breasts. So anyhow, and the oil is warmed up. Look at that. I put about 2 tablespoons of oil in there. Now put the chicken breast in and watch it sizzle. Okay, I don't season the chicken breast. So now if you want to use whatever chicken meat you want to use whatever you want. I use chicken breast. I think it tastes better. So that was, I'll tell you I'll tell you in a minute about a story, but it happened to me and my friend there. See, the good thing about the video is I can actually see if I got the chicken up far enough over here. I just look at the screen and, hey, oh, there's the chicken. Or as my buddy Meadow would say, my battle pirate sister, chooks. Because in Australia, chickens are chooks. So, okay, chicken wings are in there. Now we're going to make the sauce for the chicken wing dip. Now, like I said, most of the time I make a half batch, but because these are people, and you notice I am wiping my hands, no cross-contaminating. I'll tell you something about cross-contaminating the other day. Me and my stepdaughter. Well, let me start this. When I'm mixing it outside, you got to have a mixing bowl. We're going to have 2 packages of cream cheese, okay? And I'll put that in there. Now you soften it in the microwave. I softened it before time. I got the oven on at 350, okay? So, but, oh, don't put it in there. I'm going to wipe it off now. Damn. So, okay, and we got hot sauce, and I'm using ranch dressing. Now, here's a quick thing. If you want to use blue cheese dressing, you can. I like ranch better. It really gives it a better taste, okay? So, to me, it gives it a better taste. So, we're going to add 1 cup of, there's a piece of pepper, there's pepper in there. We don't have pepper. We use 1 cup of ranch dressing. Okay, now, I've always told you, you know, sometimes I use what's cheap, right? Well, this is Kraft Ranch dressing, number 1, because it's going to be for relatives. But number 2, it was on sale. It's like buy 1, get 1 free kind of deal or something. So we're going to add a cup of the ranch salad dressing. Bella heard a top. She's already in here going, where's food? Drop something. Love it. Okay. Hot sauce. I got like a half a bottle, another half a bottle. It's one of those things, you know, when you kind of use it. Hi, Ernie and Amy. So, and it's kind of one of those things you use one for one show, and all of a sudden you're like, oh yeah, I had one in there. So you're going to use a cup of hot sauce. This, yummy. For those who just tuning in, making chicken wing dip and taco dip. And my lovely fiance, actually my wife, we've given up on the fiance thing because, well, basically we've been together like 12 years or so, and she's the boss and I'm the bodyguard. Now, guess why I'm the bodyguard? And guess why she's the boss? We all know that one. Sale wins. So, yes, it does. I love sales. I'm always buying discounted everything. This is the way I like doing things. So, a hot sauce. A whole entire cup of hot sauce. So, needless to say, ladies, if you eat a lot of this, I'm glad I ain't there. Kind of funny. The other night I was at Walmart, and my stepdaughter's walking behind me. My daughter, the youngest, was walking behind me. Well, guess who ate some gassy food? And guess who was a little bit noisy? Guess who? Guess who got blamed? And I'm telling you, that was loud. And I was like, her. It was her. Of course, I don't think there was a single person around there that thought that came from that little girl. So, Bob, what's up? My beef jerky, man. Anybody wants beef jerky? Bub's beef jerky. Amazing, 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 amazing. He's selling it like everywhere. He's getting T-shirts. Bub's getting T-shirts. I'm gonna get me one. Bub's getting T-shirts. You know I've had actually people talk to me about my T-shirt that I wear and having other ones, and so I'm gonna be like I've been looking into getting some T-shirts, but I got so much to do, and hey Bub and everybody's just joining Connie. I'm in the middle of making chicken wing dip, so I can go over it briefly with you. It's about 1.5 to 2 pounds of chicken breast. I use breast because I have breast, so I'm sharing. Anyhow, then there is 1 cup of softened cream cheese, and we're 1 cup of ranch dressing, and 1 cup of hot sauce, and that's where we're at now. And the last thing we need is 1 cup of cheddar cheese. It's the cheesiest. Remember the story I was just telling you about cutting the cheese. But so we're gonna put that in there now. I'm gonna see if I can mix it by hand. We'll see how that goes. But if not, I'll just use the mixer. But it combines it better. So once the chicken's done, see, we're gonna add all this together. Once the chicken's done, I can put that in there now. And once the chicken's done, we're going to add all this together and add the chicken to it. And then we're going to put it in the pan and we're going to bake it. That's why the oven's on at 350. Okay. So there we go. So anyhow, a funny kind of story. There's Debbie. I know Debbie, and she's the clerk, county clerk, or the town clerk for New Haven. So Doug and I went in there to get a permit because we opened a flea market that, well, the bank took because of the guy that owned it long. Anyhow, so we go in and ask for a permit. So, people are asking us questions. The guys were there just asking us some questions, and they're like, so, how long you guys known each other? Oh, we've been together for a long time. We've known each other, blah, 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 blah. And, yeah, we said, yeah, we met at the flea market, and, up in Port Ontario. We've been together ever since. Well, I see Debbie like whisper something like that, and the guy's face was like, and it went around like the table, and so I'm like, and then of course, Doug and I are just going on, yeah, we're good, we've been together, and now we're going to be partners and stuff like that, and then we figured out what Debbie was giggling about. Oh, Debbie told him we were gay, and we're like, oh, no, he has a girl, and I know. And Debbie got a real big kick out of that. It was kind of funny, Okay, mixer time. This has turbo. Okay. Now see, so many cream cheese, then I didn't get it softened enough. But you know what? It ain't gonna hurt nothing. Because you gotta put it in the oven anyhow. Okay? So we're gonna set that aside because I'm gonna break up the chicken a little bit more. Oh, hey, that looks good. Look at that. It looks done. Dun, dun, dun. So when I take the chicken now, I'm not going to leave it chunked like that, okay? Hey, look at that. You see the steam? Do I look like a supermodel? Huh? Huh? Okay, fine. But, so we're going to take it, and we're going to take a couple of pieces out. Now I'm going to break it up more. I didn't have a knife, but that's okay. I can break it up. Try to cut it up or break it up more. So let's see if I can do that without really burning my fingers. Huh? So I'm going to just squish it, break it up a little more. Yeah, I know it's hot for most people, but my fingers are kind of like impervious pain. So we're going to mix this, break them up a little bit. I didn't bring in a knife. Hey, I wonder if the knife fairy's around. Can she bring me a knife? I have this really beautiful fairy here that brings me stuff if I need it. Y'all might have your own fairy, but this is a very beautiful fairy. So it's miraculous how she just like shows up. Isn't that great? So because my fingertips are getting a bit warm. So, oh, sorry, that piece was too small. So my youngest had her driving test, and the other day we're waiting in line.
Okay.
Oh my God, she brought me the chef knife. Okay.
Is it good?
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Look, it is the knife fairy. And now look, all them people, every time I talk about a big old chef knife, look what I got. Yeah. So we're going to cut this up some. So don't cut your fingers. So we're there, and the lady comes, takes the girl in front of us. She's a younger girl too, and takes her with him. By the way, if you want to use the canned chicken, you actually can if you want. So she takes her with him, and she comes back, and you see the lady's face was like amazed. She was kind of like, so the girl's in there, and you see, I saw her talking to her, and you know, it's quite obviously she failed. Quite obvious. Hey, Todd, how's it going? So we're making chicken wing dip, bro. So I'll tell you what I put in it just real quick, and I'll finish what happened. So right now I'm cutting chicken breast. Use the chicken you want. We got basically a cup of most everything. A cup of hot sauce. I use a cup of ranch dressing. I use basically, for this recipe, it's a big one because it's for a party. And that's why I'm not cross-contaminating. But, so it's a cup of ranch dressing, cup of hot sauce, a cup of cheddar cheese goes into it also, and 2 packages of 16 ounces of cream cheese. So anyhow, the lady comes back, and she's sitting there with this girl, and she's explaining stuff to her. But when she first gets back, you can see her face goes, her face is like, I'm like, and then she sits there going, she says something to the girl, and must have told her she failed, and you see the girl kind of wigging out, and the lady's like, okay, when you take a test for driving, and the lady makes a face like that, you better get a horse and buggy, okay? Because you suck. and then she gets out of the car. She flips out on her parents and slams the door and gets back in. And I was just like, wow, we got to be next after that. That sucks. Anyhow, so I know it's taking me a little while. After this dip, we're doing a taco dip. I've been really careful not to do any cross-contaminating because it's not, well, we're going to eat some of it, but it's for a picnic that my lovely wife is going to. Like I said, we gave up on the fiance thing. People are all like, when are you getting married? I'm like, oh, come on. You know, it's like Beauty and the Beast. I don't think they ever got married. And also, hey, guess who's the beast? So, It's a pretty easy guess. So we're cutting up the chicken, and like I said, I use chicken breast. This is actually about 1.5 pounds, pound 3/4. And then we add it to just the filling here, and then we're gonna bake it for like 15 minutes if I hurry my ass up. Might be overtime tonight, people. It might be overtime. So my man Bub, hi Freeman, Tara. Oh good, I can tell you what I'm putting in this. We're making 2 different dips tonight. This is chicken wing dip. Here's about 1.5 pounds, pound 3/4 chicken breast. You slice it up and then cook it in the pan, and then you cut it up a little more. Or you can use like canned chicken. Now, I also said substitute if you don't want to use ranch dressing. Just a cup of ranch dressing, 2 full packages. This is a large amount of this. 2 full packages of cream cheese. My nephew Chet was on to be teasing me about the knife. And 2 packages of cream cheese, a cup of hot sauce, a cup of ranch dressing, and a cup of cheddar cheese. Actually goes into the sauce of cheddar cheese. We're going to top it with cheddar cheese after we're done, too. Sorry it's taking so long. I know. It's a lot of chicken. Don't worry, the other dip's easier. It won't take so long. So, probably should have had a slotted spoon. Would have gotten out of there quicker, huh? And he left, yes. So, anyhow, it's actually a lot simpler to make. If you use a canned, it'll be like whizzed out. Okay, we're not whizzing, but you know, it'll whiz by quicker. So anyhow, I'm going to speed up a little bit and try not to cut my fingers off. So anyhow, I've always wondered about something. I go to the gas, when you go to the gas pump, you go in and pay cash for gas. I use like $10 today because I was in a hurry to get home because I was running late. And so you get like $10 worth of gas. So why is it that when you're using $10 worth of gas, when you get like go from like 0 to 930, and then all of a sudden it takes you twice as long to go from $9.30 to $10. It's like what's funny is what kind of cracked me up a little bit about it is the thanks, Todd. What kind of cracked me up is the gas station that was called Speedies. No, moving fast. So, I know in the beginning I did this, and more people are on now, so I'll do it again. I want to thank everybody that's been watching. Over 700 views again last week, and it's just been really cool. We got people that watch over and over again, like Bub, who makes great beef jerky. Bub's Beef Jerky. Amanda's usually on. I don't see her yet, but she might be because I don't always see the names. If you put like a like thing up there, I might see it. But and she's like my mother, the picker. She's got like a show that she does live. It's all the stuff they sell that their mom has gathered throughout the ages, I guess. Okay, I didn't mean ages. Never say ages to a woman in regard to her. Because, well, you may need this knife. So, sorry it's taking so long. I'm hurrying. But you want to cut it up real good, and then when you get it in here, we're going to put it in the pan. We're going to cover it with cheese, and then we're going to put it in the oven, which is already preheated to 350. Now, you can microwave it. I know you can, but honestly, I've never done that. I've never microwaved it. So, okay? So you can try it if you want. I just don't microwave it. It'd be easier if I just pull it apart. Now that it's down. There we go. Look at that. See, I try to let it cool so you can break it up really in little pieces, and mush it all up like that. You see, but I was trying to get done quicker tonight for you guys. Okay. So after this, I'm going to put this in that pan over there and bake it at 350, like I said. And it should only have to bake for about anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. Basically, the cheese melts. You don't want to burn the cheese on the top. You're pretty much good because it's just warming it up. You're really not cooking anything. The only thing that needs to cook is the chicken. Because if not, you might get salmonella or some kind of crap. So look at that. All munched up. Now we just mix it in with the sauce. And yuck. But that's okay. It's cooked now. No cross-contamination. Can you pop it in the food processor? Yes. If you have a food processor, by all means, you can. I just pulse the chicken if you want, or pulse the whole thing, because you kind of want some chicken to be pop up, in there. You want pieces of chicken in there to be a little bit bigger, because a lot of times people like to take the chicken out onto their Dorito or their nacho something or other and do it that way. Now I'm going to mix this with a mixer, because you know what that'll do? It'll also break up the chicken a little more sometimes. And that smells really good. So, okay, see now the chicken's broken up a lot more. And, that goes up there. What am I doing? That's what that looks like. Yum! Okay, now I'm going to have to call on the oven fairy, because it needs to go in the oven. Hi, Liz. How are you? I saw the picture of your mom and dad the other day, and I was like, wow, that brings back some memories. I remember them. So we're going to scrape this down. We're going to put it in the pan. And the oven fairy is going to be coming any minute now, because there's a delay. She's in the other room, and it takes 5 minutes to get from here to there. So now we're going to spread it out. I'm quickening it up. I'm speeding it up. Well, hey, I'm usually going to 7:15. I'm actually doing pretty good. Okay. Now, this is actually, like I said, it's a huge pan, so this is probably going to be about more like 20 minutes. Let's see, while this is cooking, guess what we're going to do? Make a taco dip. You take some cheese, as much as you want or as little as you want, and sprinkle some cheddar cheese on that puppy. See, there's a lot of it in here. Like I said, there'll be some wonderful women eating this tomorrow. I'll try some tonight. And it is! The beautiful oven fairy is here. So this is actually about a cup of cheese, maybe a little bit more. I like a lot of cheese because I'm a cheesy guy. So, the dog's up. And you know what that means. Somebody's getting too close to his daddy. There we go. It's going in the oven. Yay! I know y'all are just sitting there going, about damn time, shut the hell up. Okay, now, next one. I'm actually making a cheese tray tonight for it, too. So we're done with hot sauce. We're done with all that. Everybody got what the ingredients are. Now we're going to do a taco dip. Okay? So for the taco dip, we need a cup of sour cream. This is kind of different how this goes together. The good news is you don't have to cook anything for this, okay? Now, there is a way if you want to cook something for this. Caught it. If you want to cook something for it, maybe some hamburger with some taco seasoning or something like that, that won't be so bad. And like I said, you can substitute blue cheese if you want, or, well, hey, get your nose away from there. Blue cheese for the ranch dressing. Okay, so cup of sour cream goes in first. Okay, so we're doing a cup of sour cream first. This all the ingredients. It's funny how many ingredients we have for this recipe, but I have so few for the other one, and it takes 3 times as long. I got some cream cheese for this. It's just 1 package of cream cheese. Softened, maybe. So that's on there. With this, we're going to mix in. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. we're going to mix the taco seasoning mix in with this. This is Old El Paso. Oh, damn it. Now, right in my eye. Now, you don't have to use Old El Paso. I honestly believe I'm not like Ortega better. But I happen to be where they had Old El Paso, so I use that. So we're going to mix this up. We mix this first. The cream cheese and everything get in there and then mix it up. Now, this cream cheese came out a lot better because, well, I must have softened it more. So you got a taco seasoning. You're adding that to it. This is a layered recipe, by the way. So it's going to be layered. Now, it's kind of mixing up good. You can use a whisk. Whisk. As my one kid said to me when I said whisk. She says, it's a whisk. I'm like, shit. Okay, so you mix it together with the whisk. I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit. I got everything over here. Okay, now I got a taco sauce, okay? I like using Ortega. Like I said, I do like Ortega taco sauce. Now that that's mixed together, we're going to add, which one's this? That's a half cup. I need my quarter cup measure. I'll use this one. So, okay, I'll actually use this one. That is a quarter cup. We're going to add a quarter cup of taco sauce, actual sauce, to this also. So we got the seasoning. Now we're in a quarter cup of taco sauce. Again, if I don't say hi to you, it's because it doesn't show up on here for some reason. It's a Facebook thing. It's not a me thing. I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't see you on there. Sometimes if you like or whatever, it shows up. But okay, get your whisk out again. You're going to mix this now. See, it's kind of like a separate thing mixing this stuff together. So here we go. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Yummy. Okay. See? Dum da dum 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 da dum. Now, if you want more of this, just make the double one. Hi, Robin. How are you? If you watch this back, you'll see I made chicken wing dip. Mm-hmm. Okay, so now we got that mixed up really good. You can see how easy this one is. It's crazy. That's kind of what it looks like. Okay, so I'll recap. We have a cup of sour cream. We have one package of cream cheese. I'm going to take that off of there, actually, and put it in. One package of cream cheese, cup of sour cream, one packet of taco, that's where we're at so far, taco seasoning mix, and a quarter cup of taco sauce. Okay, now that that's all together, we're going to take a little pan. Now, we're not heating this, but I'm putting it in a pan anyhow. So, there you go. Oh, I need my little spatula. So, we're going to put this in the pan first, okay? That goes on the bottom layer. Now, my personal preference is I don't like jalapenos a lot, okay? Some people like jalapenos. If you want to put a few in the sauce, that's great. You know, it'll give you that little extra zing, but I don't like jalapenos myself personally. Doesn't mean you don't have to use them. And I'm sure, see how my nose is up here? And I'm only itching, but I'm sure if I did like them and ate them, well, nobody would like me. At least not for a day or so. So, okay, now that's on. Put the bowl aside and we'll spread this out. You can see it mixed in pretty good too. I missed a little sour cream and we'll just mix that in. Okay, this is a small pan. Double it up and use double the pan if you want. Oh, makes sense. Okay, so you level it off on there. Hi, Patrick, how are you? Got to keep looking back, make sure I catch everybody when they're on. Okay, that's on now. There'll be a replay of this, so if anybody wants to watch it back, it'll be a replay, okay? Blah, 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 blah. Mention anybody? Nope. Patrick, I said hi to. That's beautiful. The next, now, another thing. Lynn likes refried beans. I'm not a refried bean person, but a lot of people are. So we're going to add a can of refried beans to this one. If I make it and it's just for me, then I'm not going to add a can of refried beans. Okay, quit oozing out all over the place and get out of there. See that? We're going to add a can of refried beans, just a layer of it, you know. Try to smooth it out a little bit. Probably should heat it up. But, so the refried beans are being stubborn. So what I'll do, I'll pick it up with a knife and smash them out a little bit. There we go. There we go. So we're going to use the refried beans. I will not be tasting this one because I don't like refried beans. You're probably thinking now, what does he like? Holy crap. So, darn it. See, honey, your refried beans are messing up my sauce. So you put the refried beans, kind of spread it out like that. They're a little stiff, but, you know, you just scrape them a little bit with a knife. And I think you might want to heat them up. I really don't use them much, but we wanted a layer of refried beans on here, so we're going to do it. Okay. If it's not good, don't shoot me. I didn't want it. So I'm not even going to put a full can on because that'll be too much. But as you can see, it is layered on the top now. That stuff is sticky. But, you know, you could actually mix it right in, believe it or not, with the sauce, which I kind of did on part of it. But there we go, refried beans. This live stuff isn't great. You can see if I screw up. Doesn't bother me if I do. So I'm only in the half a can because it's being a pain. I probably should have heated them up. So heat up the refried beans. They might work better. Yeah, beans, the magical fruit. Yeah, well, you know, beans, the magical fruit. Oh, okay, now I know who it is. General Poppers. He's another one of our battle pirate people. So anyhow, okay, after you get beans, the magical fruit, the more you eat, the more you toot. Well, after you eat this, the least of your worries is going to be toot. It's going to be more like explosions. Okay, so what's next? So, refried beans. Next is, oh yeah, okay, let me think. Lettuce and tomatoes, okay? I'm going to throw, like I said, this is a cool one. This is cold, so we're not putting, we can put like lettuce and tomatoes on. Like just sprinkle it on so there's a nice even layer. Don't get mad at me if I don't try this. This is for a picnic tomorrow, so. But that, and I don't like beans. And there goes some lettuce. Okay. Once you get that on there, now we're going to add a layer of tomatoes. This, by the way, are fresh tomatoes. Sometimes what I'll do, too, is I'll mix the tomatoes and lettuce together. But, you know, for the sake of actually doing it probably the proper way, in my opinion, I'll do it separately. There you go. Yeah, a layer of tomatoes. Let's see. We got about 7 more minutes, and our chicken wing dip should be done. You watch the chicken wing dip. You watch and melt the cheese. Once the cheese is melted, you're pretty much golden. Okay, so now we got peppers on there. Then we're going to throw some black olives on there. It's about a half a can of black olives. Now, if you don't want to use anything, if you don't like some of this stuff, don't use it. I mean, for the sauce, you kind of got to use the stuff. But then you just don't eat it, I guess. But, so, look at that. A nice, healthy amount of olives. And, ta-da. It's actually about probably 3/4 of a can. And, I mean, you can use a full can, but, well, I ate it half. But I ate like 1/4 of it. Last thing I'm going to throw on is some green bell peppers. Lee, back again, or just showed up that you're there. And Marcia, how are you? Green bell peppers. Look at that. Okay, so like I said, this is a taco dip. And I'll recap for people just showing up. And I always save the videos. They're on Taste of Terry, and I'll post them on throughout the week because people said, well, I can't find them. So I post them all during the week. Then once the peppers are on, tell me that don't look good. Oh, come on. Now the peppers are all on. One final ingredient. We top it with some cheese. So we're going to throw some cheese, just sprinkle a little on there. Now, use whatever cheese, how much cheese as you want. Okay? Don't just say, okay, I got to use exactly what he said. I'm putting about a quarter cup on. Okay? But, you know, I'm not one of those chef. I'm not a chef to begin with. I ain't one of them people that cook and said, you have to do it this way. Some things, yeah, you should probably do them the way I'm showing you because, well, most of the stuff I test. And the funny thing is, most stuff I made up. So, but anyhow, and that would be now I'm going to reach out to the oven fairy again. Can you please check the chicken wing dip? So anyhow, that's that. Cheese is on. I'm going to leave it like this. I'm not going to take a bite because I don't like beans. But anyhow, I'm going to leave that like that because this is going to be for a party for tomorrow morning, midday. We'll cover it up. We'll put it in the fridge. Now, another thing is if you do cover it and put it in the fridge, Shiloh said to me, it's also taco night, Grandpa, making taco dip. And we had tacos for dinner. Nice! I like that. So they had taco dip, and my grandkids had taco for dinner. Look at that.
Not quite done, a little bit longer.
Not quite done? Oh, no. What do we do?
Well, you can get it out. It's just a little bit, that's warm in the middle. It's unmelted.
Is it all melted?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Why don't we bring it out and take a peek? And I can rewarm it some if we have to. Because it's one of those recipes that you just, like, can't really time sometimes. And when I say time, I mean time won't give me time. Let me take a peek at the top of that. Oh, you know what? It does look pretty done, huh?
Yeah.
Can I have those? Because I really don't want to grab it. This is the beautiful oven fairy. You can't see it.
Oh. Hi.
Nope. There you go. You're that way, hon.
Oh, hi.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll put the here on. If you want to take this, put some foil on it. Put it in the fridge.
Okay.
Everybody see that? See that? Yum. Okay. This is chicken wing dip, and it actually is done. Look at that cheese. Sing a song. What do I know? I got chills, they're multiplying, and I'm losing control, right? From the power she's supplying. It's electrifying. And of course, that's where she pops in and goes, you better shape up, because I need a man. Okay, wait a minute, come on. Who the hell's more manly than me? Come on. How you doing? I'll do the Italian thing. I just happen to have a cheap-ass bag of tortilla chips. I actually awesomely love the nose. You heard of bag. I happen to love chicken wing dip. So, sorry, ladies, there's going to be a little bit missing. Everybody see? Oh my Lord. That's awesome. Really good. So, the recap. The chicken wing dip. Chicken wing dip, we are using, and this, when you're using a big pan, if you're doing a small pan, cut this in half. No, don't ask him this. You should talk. See my kid? Don't ask him this thing, please. I'm gonna tell you something before I go. My sister Sherry for some god awful reason, told my daughter she could sing. So I'm embarrassing you. So somebody liked it, of course. Anyhow, so she goes out for the chorus, and my tone deaf sister's like, "You can sing." When she gets home, she said, "I'm going out for chorus," and I'm like, "Okay." Good thing she played football after, by the way. And by the way, first female high school football player that we know of to ever start on an offensive defensive line for a high school. Ah! Anyhow, so she's singing away, and we're like, "Go in your room." So, so she's like, "Go in your room." You don't want to be that mean, you know. I'm usually. So anyhow, just to make a long story short, we get up for her first chorus, and April's in the back. Now, my daughter's awesome. Love my daughter to death. She's a great mom. You know, she knows how to do everything. That's okay. I'm 100 miles away. Yeah, you're going to kick my ass. Bring an army. But anyhow, so she's in the back, okay? Now, she was a tall girl, but trust me, that ain't why she was in the back. So we are so glad she took up, she did softball for a while. She played football. She lettered in football and all that. So we are so glad that happened because, well, let's just say she's not, it's more like a Taylor Slow than Taylor Swift. So now that my daughter's not going to call me for a week, I'm going to recap this chicken wing dip. And I'll recap the other dip real quick, and then we're out of here. So I'm actually 2 minutes over, but you know what? It does say 7:30 on there. So, anyhow, chicken wing dip. I use about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of chicken breast. I use a cup of hot sauce. I use a cup of ranch dressing. Can be substitute with blue cheese. I use a cup of hot sauce, cup of ranch dressing, and a cup of cheddar cheese that I mix into the sauce. And you put the sauce in a pan. Top it with cheddar cheese, oven 350 for 10 to 20 minutes. The taco dip, that has a few more things in it. First, you get a package of cream cheese, a cup of sour cream, and you mix that first. And a package of taco seasoning, and mix that first. And once that's mixed, you add a 1/4 cup of taco sauce. Once that mixed, you put it in a pan. I showed you it earlier. Oh, you can dance far better than you can sing. You can dance better than you sing if you had one leg. And why my kids hate me, I don't know. But anyhow. So then as you put the sauce in, you add some refried beans. Warm up the refried beans. I hope that still tastes good. Warm up the refried beans, or just get non-cheap refried beans because these things are like paste. I don't like refried beans. I don't usually put it in there. Let's see. 1/4 cup of taco sauce. I already said that. Put that in. And layer it with refried beans. Then you layer it with lettuce. Then you layer it with tomato. Then you layer it with olives. Then you layer it with green peppers. And then you layer it with the cheddar cheese. Ta-da! Pop Bluey! Anyhow. And that's it. I think I covered everything. My kids, by the way, I mess with my kids, but they all have a great sense of humor, and they're all awesome kids. You know, my son works hard. He does a lot of different things. Both my kids work hard, actually, of the older ones. My daughter, who's on now, awesome mom. I got 2 grandkids that are awesome. My son-in-law is cool. My son is married, and his wife's cool. They both work hard. My one kid, 21 years old, goes to Syracuse University and works for the mayor's office. Can't be prouder. Thanks, Art. And shout out to my 16-year-old who is going to hi, Anita. Kind of have to watch it over. I'll save it though. But my 16-year-old who decided to go to the University of Rochester. Mind you, this school has a 35% acceptance rate, and she was already, before she even started high school for her senior year, They already gave her a $40,000 scholarship. So I am so proud of all my kids. And I mean, I couldn't have better kids. And if you people that know them that are out there, like Lee Walker grew up with them, and a couple other people, all y'all that know them know that I'm lucky enough to have awesome kids and a wonderful, beautiful wife. I mean, who could ask for more, you know? So with that and all that soppy crap, with all that, there you go. There is the chicken wing dip. Is that lovely or what? I mean, that even looks good. Even the part I took, you can't really tell I took it. I might smush it a little bit that way. Oh, wait a minute. It's on. So, hey, again, thank you. Watch Jesse on Watkins on Wednesday and Paparazzi Jewelry. If you buy it at 7 o'clock, if you buy it, pay for it. Bub's Beef Jerky, you love it. Had it, eat it, get in a shirt. Gonna wear it on my show actually sometime. For the over 700 people in the last 3 weeks that have been watching, I love you all. Okay, I'm not kissing you, Todd. That's for your, anyhow, forget it. With that, hey, I'm going to leave you all with a great thank you. Hope to see y'all next week, 6:30 on Thursday once again for another Taste of Terry. And y'all have a good night. And if you're going out to the fair or something like that, y'all be safe. Don't drink, don't drive, and drive. Oh, wait, one more thing. I'm sorry. Apollo, come here. My puppy. And here comes the other one. Come here, Bella. Gotta give them their treats after the show. What's Bull? So, Todd and I work together. I don't know if he's talking about me not kissing him, if that's Bull. We've never kissed in the dry well or nothing. So, everybody, again, thank you so much for watching. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next week, 6:30. Bye. Oh, sorry. Bye, YouTubers.